So over here is another cabinet. It kind of looks like a giant entertainment center, but I'm not putting a TV in there. I just haven't decided what's going to go in there. I think I'd like to put a fridge, but the cavity is just not quite big enough. I might install a microwave, but still yet to be decided. Mostly it's just general storage. I tend to keep my clothes up here. A cool trick that I learned from my my friend Kyle is, instead of getting expensive air springs, you just use a normal tension spring, and they work fine for holding up a little bit of compression. And when you push down, they just buckle and close. Again, held with a nice lock. Down here, more storage. These are kind of our collapsible sinks. You can see they pop open so you could fill them up with hot water, do your dishes. They stash away nice and flat. Over here, just more storage down here to keep the shoes. This cabinet is kind of funky in shape and configuration for these doors, because right here is the ducting where I've reducted the heater and AC unit that's located back there under the bed. It comes along the wall and outputs here. That way we still have access and usability of that rear AC unit if we start taking this on really hot climate trips. So this is the bed area. It's comprised of 2 cabinets, one somewhat simple and one a little bit more complex. This one's built around a rear heater and AC, so it's a little bit more complicated, whereas this one just had to go around the wheel well. Between the cabinets, I have the bed hung on a single piece of 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood, really strong, really sturdy, and then it's hung on red oak headers. The nice thing about this is I can screw it in, or I can just set it in, and the bed is easily removable. In fact, I'll do a little demo. This is super nice. This is really nice for when you I like to haul the motorcycle or go cut firewood, and I don't have a pickup truck, and so I can really quickly convert this thing into my kind of truck. So this folds over, this folds up. And then the bed and the bed's stowed away, which just means now I've got a lot of storage. I just use the bungee cord right now. I don't have a nice way of storing that. This kind of gives me some access to my cabinet right here. So here I have my water. This is a diaphragm pump, and I've got it running actuated via a relay, pickup tube here, and this runs to a rear spigot. So I have a normal hose spigot I can hose down like bikes or what have you, and this runs to the forward one. Again, keeping these lines as interior to the van as possible to prevent them from freezing. It's 22 gallons. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need, but even with 5 people for a weekend, I wasn't able to get through 22 gallons. Up front here is the diesel tank, so I can access this from the back door. I just lift up the mattress. This is a 2-gallon diesel tank, and this is what powers the diesel heater. Diesel, not very volatile, so as long as you don't spill it in here, it doesn't stink up the van like gasoline does. I'm not sure how safe it is. Essentially, diesel is just oil, so it's not going to explode like gasoline, so I feel okay about having it in the van. This is just a tool locker. I keep my tire changing supplies, jumper cables, a tarp and stuff in here. It's not quite finished like the rest of this is, but it sits under the bed most of the time, so it doesn't really matter.